Hi, I'm Steve Younis. Welcome to the Speeding Bulletin, your Superman news report, recapping the events of the week June 19th to June 25th, 2015. Our top news stories this week included: Jesse Eisenberg tells us his Lex Luthor is not a silly villain. The creative team on Superman number 41 makes some interesting comments about Lois Lane. And there are plenty of Comic-Con exclusive products to look forward to next month. Let's find out about these stories and more in this week's Speeding Bulletin. In movie news, MTV News interviewed actor Jesse Eisenberg and asked him what his version of Lex Luthor will be like in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. The actor told MTV News that his take on the iconic villain in the upcoming movie has an emotional core to the character.
Well, I don't think of it as a challenge that's worthwhile. It was a wonderful opportunity, worthwhile. It's a really great character. It was written by this guy, Chris Terrio, who's a phenomenal writer.
Did Argo, right? And yeah.
Yeah, but he comes from a place of character. He loves my character in the same way I love my character. He put a lot of work into it. It's a great character. There's an emotional core to the character. It's not a silly, villainous character. So no.
Warner Bros. Home Entertainment released its first official clip from the upcoming DC Universe original movie, Justice League Gods and Monsters. Superman, voiced by Benjamin Bratt, Wonder Woman Tamara Taylor, and Batman Michael C. Hall discuss the public's perception of the Justice League versus the public's need for their leadership and protection. Lois Lane, voiced by Paget Brewster, is also featured in the clip. The film will be released by Warner Bros. Home Entertainment on digital HD on July 14th, and as a Blu-ray combo pack and DVD on July 28th. The Death of Superman Lives: What Happened, the full-length documentary by filmmaker John Schnepp, which examines the story behind the proposed 1998 Superman Lives movie, will be screening in Australia in August. The documentary will have a Q&A screening on one night only at the Hayden Orpheum in Cremorne on Wednesday, August 12th at 7:45 p.m. Tickets are available via orpheum.com.au. We don't have any TV news this week, so we jump straight into comic book news. With Superman number 41 out this week, ComicVine.com interviewed writer Gene Luen Yang and artist John Romita Jr. to talk about the changes to Superman, Lois Lane's involvement, and whether the status quo will be reinstated eventually. Yang said the way this current storyline Before Truth fits in with all the other Truth stories is in the title. It happens before what happens in action, before what happens in Batman Superman, and before what happens in Superman Wonder Woman. All three of those books are set in Superman's reality. What John and I are going to do is show how we get to that new reality. Regarding Lois Lane, John Romita Jr. told comicbookresources.com, "Personally, I think that she shouldn't get into any kind of romantic relationship with Clark Kent ever again, ever. It's just too damn easy. Finding out who he is should irritate her to no end." DC Entertainment announced that it will roll out the red carpet for its fans at Comic-Con International in San Diego next month with a series of DC Comics panels. Fans will get to hear directly from the best comic talent in the industry at a slate of panels over the 4-day pop culture celebration. One of the panels is titled Dive into DC Entertainment Page to Screen, a can't-miss panel celebrating DCE's film, TV, game and animation slates. Comic books we reviewed this week included Superman Wonder Woman number 18, which was reviewed by Michael Bailey, who gave it a 4 out of 5, saying, "I continue to like the way Tomasi has Superman and Wonder Woman relate to each other." Jeremiah Ball reviewed Justice League of America number 1, saying, "Brian Hitch's debut issue is a breath of fresh air," and he rated it a 4 out of 5. Doomed number 1 was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who gave it a 3 out of 5, saying, "This first issue is all about character setup and it does well despite some pretty stilted dialogue." T.A. Hewitt reviewed Injustice Year 4, Chapter 7, saying, "If the gods are mad, the superpowered heroes are just stupid," and he rated this chapter a 2 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from June 24th include Injustice Gods Among Us Year 4, Chapter 8 digital comic has been available since June 23rd. Injustice Gods Among Us Year 4, Number 4 print edition. Justice League 3001 Number 1, which is available in a variant cover. Superman number 41, which is available in a variant Joker cover. Teen Titans number 9, which is also available in a variant Joker cover. Whether you're going for the Smallville look or you just want to look good in leather, then you can't go past these Superman leather jackets, available in a variety of styles and colours. Get the red Smallville Superman leather jacket for $85. Or how about this Outfitter Man of Steel perforated Superman jacket for $299.99? These and other stylish Superman leather jackets are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman Homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, LEGO unveiled a photo of their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive LEGO DC Comics superhero Superman set, inspired by the cover of the Man of Steel's first appearance in 1938, Action Comics #1. The Superman set, recommended for ages 8 to 14, will contain 145 pieces and will sell for $39.99 at San Diego Comic-Con, which runs from July 11th to July 14th. Fans who can't attend the Comic-Con event can follow LEGO Group on Twitter for chances to win the set throughout the course of the event. Entertainment Earth announced that they'll be selling their Bizarro chair cape at San Diego Comic-Con. The Bizarro chair cape convention exclusive is 24 inches long and includes a sturdy yet highly adjustable hook and loop belt to fit most chair sizes. Meanwhile, Monogram International revealed that they'll be taking their own DC Comics themed exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con, a DC 3D foam collector keyring set. The set features Harley Quinn, the Joker, Batman, Superman and Nightwing. The set is limited to 500 pieces and will retail for $45. Mondo announced that it will follow up last year's Comic-Con exclusive Batman the Animated Series vinyl release with a Superman the Animated Series album in 2015. Debuting at San Diego Comic-Con this year, this gorgeous Superman 7-inch vinyl album features music from Superman the Animated Series and the new Batman Superman Adventures. Get it at Comic-Con, or if stocks last, order it online afterwards. A number of rare Superman collectibles will be auctioned off in the latest offering from Hakes.com. A Fleischer Studios original Superman colour model art piece from the early 1940s is expected to sell for over $7,500, while other items on offer include a rare 1950s Superman flying spaceman box friction toy, a 1940s wood Superman doll and more. Visit Hakes.com to see these and other Superman collectibles being sold at auction. The new Batman Arkham Knight video game was released recently, and already fans have spotted a number of Superman Easter eggs in the game. This video from Rex Gaming notes 3 Superman-related Easter eggs found so far, with the possibility that there are more throughout the game. These and other Justice League Easter eggs have fans speculating on the possibility that Rocksteady may be creating a Superman or Justice League game in the future. We can only hope. Episode 126 of Radio KAL, the monthly podcast of the Superman homepage, is now available to listen to. In this month's podcast, Scotty and I discuss the official plot description for Batman v Superman, upcoming Comic-Con appearances, all 3 Justice League Gods and Monsters Chronicles episodes, the Supergirl pilot premiering on October 26th, Lois Lane's article, Superman's Secret Identity Revealed, all the latest Superman comic books, the Fallout Lois Lane novel, the 2015 Superman celebration, and much more. Check it out at supermanhomepage.com/radio. Friday, the date that this video has been released on, is Red Nose Day in Australia, which is a day for fundraising that is run by SIDS and Kids, an organisation that is very close to my heart. If you can, please support Red Nose Day financially or by raising awareness, and you can head to rednoseday.com.au for more details. And that's all the news there was for the week June 19th to June 25th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hi, obviously I'm not Scotty V. Scotty didn't get a chance to do a video this week for his Great Scott segment, so I thought I'd step in with a bit of a rant of my own in regards to John Romita Jr., who is, as some of you know, the artist on the Superman title, the comic book. Now, John, as a lot of you may know, has been a Marvel guy most of his career, and only recently DC Comics got him over to join the company, and he has been the artist on the Superman comic book title for a couple of months now. He actually wrote one issue as well, but he's mainly the artist on the book. Now, I've been pretty outspoken about the fact that I'm not really a big fan of his art style for the Superman book. I don't know why, but he's chosen to do a particular art style for Superman that's not really similar to previous work that he's done for Marvel. It just doesn't seem to work for Superman. So whatever the reason he's decided to go with his art style, it's what he's using. I'm not a big fan of it, but the thing that kind of irks me about John Romita Jr. is that he obviously isn't a Superman fan. He obviously hasn't read a lot of Superman books over the years, being a Marvel guy. I don't expect him to, and I don't expect any of the artists really to have to be a Superman fan or whatever. When you're coming on board a title as an artist or whatever, it's a job. And so you're expected to do your best of your ability, but you don't necessarily have to know a lot about the history of what you're doing. For instance, I'm a graphic designer, a web designer. If I get a client who comes to me and they want to do a website about, I don't know, plumbing equipment, I don't know a lot about plumbing equipment, so I wouldn't necessarily be expected to then talk about plumbing equipment if someone wanted to interview me about the website. But that's what John Romita Jr. has done. He's being interviewed about the comic book since the writer Gene Luen Yang has come on board as the new writer of the Superman title, and he's been asked to participate in interviews about the book. But not being a Superman fan, as I don't think he is, and not being a person who understands the history of the character or is in much knowledge about the history of the character, he's saying things in these interviews that really aren't true or aren't right. And yes, he's entitled to his opinion about the character, about Lois Lane, about whatever he wants to talk about. But if you are going to be employed by a company and you need to then toe the party line in a way, you don't want to be saying things like, ridiculing Lois Lane as a character, or saying things like, she should have known that Clark Kent and Superman are one and the same 25 years ago. Well, guess what, John? 25 years ago, she did. They were married. She knew. It was like, know your history before you start spouting off stuff that you really know nothing about, and irking and aggravating fans of the character who have been around a long time reading these comic books and who are the ones who are paying your income in respect, because they're the ones who are buying the books. So if you want people to enjoy your work and buy the books, then don't start saying things about the characters that they love that are going to annoy them and maybe stop them from buying the books. DC Comics in recent times haven't done a lot to actually win over Superman fans with what they're doing with the books currently. Yes, this Truth arc, it's interesting. Superman being outed as Clark Kent, his powers being diminished. It's an interesting storyline, and just like with the Electric Superman back in 1997, when they said this is permanent, Superman's new powers, his new look, and obviously things change. And the same with these writers and artists; they're saying this is permanent. This is not going back. The status quo is not going back. We're not resetting anything again. This is the way it is permanently now. Yeah, we've heard it before. Obviously, these things go in a cycle, and it will be back eventually. So I'm going to enjoy the story or not, but I'm going to read the story along the way, see how it goes. I'm interested in this idea. It's a concept that hasn't really been explored in depth that much before. So yeah, I'm along for the ride. But don't peeve me off by saying crap about Lois Lane and the history of the characters when you really know nothing about it. Just stick to drawing it and maybe try to improve it a little bit. Thanks.